Nathan Daschle, Democrat lobbyist and president of the Dashel Group. Nathan, thanks so much for your time this morning. Will the move encourage or possibly escalate Russian President Vladimir Putin's war ambitions? What do you think?
I don't see how it doesn't. I think this is exactly the wrong time to be pausing aid to Ukraine. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. There are Republicans in Congress, really overwhelmingly, who object to this pause in defense aid to Ukraine. The problem is there is one person at the Pentagon who has Secretary Hegseth's ear and the president's ear, and he is a skeptic of being involved in Ukraine. He thinks that China's the much greater national security threat to the United States, and really wants to divert all of our efforts and resources toward combating China. But he's sort of out on a limb because there have been a number of congressional Republicans who have spoken up in the last couple of days objecting to this pause.
Are you talking about the Undersecretary for Defence for Policy, Elbridge Colby, the man conducting the review into the AUKUS Pact, who has also assessed that the US possessed dangerously low munitions stockpiles due to the Ukraine and Middle East wars? And also, do you think that that is actually the reason for the pause, or is there more to it? Is it being used as leverage to broker a ceasefire deal in Ukraine?
Well, I don't know if it's being used as leverage. I would love it if this were part of a grand calculation to achieve peace in Ukraine. But I'm skeptical. I think the reality is that President Trump, he is really just not that interested in Ukraine. And I think that has been clear since he took office in January. He both is very, he's a lot closer and a lot more sympathetic to Vladimir Putin than any other president or any other political figure in America has been. And, you know, he treats Ukraine horribly. I mean, you saw when he kicked him, he literally kicked them, Zelensky, out of the Oval Office. So I think that when Elbridge Colby, as you just referenced, comes to Trump and says that we should pause our aid to Ukraine, I think he has a sympathetic ear because Trump doesn't really want to be helping Ukraine to begin with.
Let's just shift to Elon Musk now. Continuing to get headlines, Elon Musk, and he's threatened to start an America party if Trump's big, beautiful bill passes. How much of a threat is this to the two-party system, do you think, and how will it play out in the midterm elections?
So, I mean, it's not a real threat in the sense that a third party is not going to come up and take over from the Republican or the Democratic Party. We have a majority rule system, which just sort of mandates having a two-party system. We have first past the post electoral politics. So it's virtually impossible for a third party to take over. And when it has happened in the past, they have supplanted one of the other parties. But your question was what kind of an impact it could have. And it really could have an impact because the United States is a very closely divided country. We're about 50-50. I mean, even though Trump did pretty well in the Electoral College in 2024, in the popular vote, he only beat Harris by a few percentage points. So we're a very closely divided country. And if Elon Musk puts together a third party that siphons off votes from Trump and the MAGA movement, which is the most likely effect, then it really could help Democrats in 2026.
Just finally, there are House Republican hardliners threatening to block Trump's agenda bill. It passed the Senate, but I believe that the changes still need to pass the House. What do you think happens next, just quickly?
It's a great question. I think if I were a betting man, I would say that the House ends up passing the bill.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to say because the holdouts have said publicly that they have enough votes to defeat the bill. But I think that with President Trump's ability to close the deal, and he's shown he has ability to close the deal like no other, I think the Republicans end up passing the bill.
Nathan Daschle, appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining us. Good to chat. Speak soon.
Likewise. Good to see you. Thank you.